Hi guys! So for this craft kit, we are going to make Christmas Among Us ornaments. The very first step to this craft is to make the body of the crewmate. As you can see in the picture, its body is in a cylinder shape with a round top. I find using half of my given clay is the right amount to work with. Essentially, I just played around with the clay, adding some, removing some, until I have the desired shape and size of the crewmate's body. Once you're done, it should look something like this. Then the second step is to take a bit more clay and make the legs of the crewmate. I made two little cylinders that fit under the body. You can base yourself off of this picture to see the proportion of the body compared to the legs. I then assembled the leg onto the body, and you'd want to really smooth out the leg clay onto the body clay to avoid any types of cracks. When the clay starts to dry and the air starts getting into those cracks, it might detach or break. So as you can see, I'm just taking a bit more clay and smoothing it out between where the body and the legs meet, just to assure that there's no air that passes through and will make your ornament very sturdy. And then you want to do the exact same thing to the second leg using the same method and avoid any types of cracks. When you're done, your ornament should start resembling a bit more a crewmate. So we're now going to move on to the box behind the crewmate's body. So the first step is to just simply make a rectangular shape out of clay. You then want to assemble both of these pieces. You want to use the same method as we did with the legs and avoid any types of cracks. When you're done, it should look something like this. I'm then taking a bit of clay to make the glass area on the crewmate's face. This is basically just an oval shape, and then you stick it on using the same technique as before, leaving no cracks. And the last step using the clay is to make a Christmas hat for your crewmate. I'm starting off with the white foam by just placing a small amount of clay on top the crewmate's head. I'm happy with the amount of white fluff at the bottom of the Christmas hat. I'm going to go ahead and make the form of the hat itself and just playing around with the clay until I'm happy with the shape. I'm then going to stick it onto the crewmate's head and blending it all together. Once you're done assembling your crewmate using some clay, you can go ahead and smooth out any type of dents or scratches. I'm then taking the ornament hook and placing it inside the clay, trying my best to blend the clay onto the hook so that it won't detach once it's dry. Once you're finished, you simply want to let the Crewmate dry in a warm and dry place. It might take a few hours. I actually left mine to dry overnight. So it's now the next morning. As you can see, the color of the Crewmate is way lighter than it was, meaning the clay is completely dry. It is now ready to paint. So as you can see, no matter what the color your Crewmate will be, you'll need a lighter and a darker shade. So to begin, I will mix 2 different shades of red. I'll keep one red the way it is in the bottle, and then I'll mix a very small amount of black in the other to make it the darker shade. Once you have your 2 shades, you're then ready to start painting. As you can see from the small picture at the top corner, the darker shade only covers the sides and the bottom of the Crewmate's body. So I'm just making a very small line to where the dark shade's going to start and where the lighter shade's going to finish. And once that's done, I'm just going to take more of that red shade and fill in that area. Once that darker shade is mostly dry, you can go ahead and use the lighter shade for the rest of the Crewmate's body. So once the body is completely painted and mostly dry, you can go ahead and use some white paint to paint the glass area on the Crewmate's face. And while you have your white paint ready, you can paint the bottom section of your Crewmate's Christmas hat. I then proceeded to paint the rest of the hat the lighter shade of red and the pom-pom with the white. And then finally, for the final touches, I used a black marker, but black paint can easily be used instead. I outlined the glass area of the face and the white area of the hat.